My name is Paula, and this is Global Unified Breathing. Welcome to today's show. So, the name of the show today is Coming Home Through the Breath. And what I'd like to talk to you about is that feeling, that sense, that sanctuary that we've been creating over the last 4 weeks, building into having the inner temple, being aware that the breath is the breath of God, life force running through us at all times, the blessing and the gift. And if we can just remember that God is in our breath, it will help to calm us at times, bring our attention back into that kind of awareness. So today, what I'd like to do, first off, is I'd like to just say a prayer. I am my I am presence, and I am one with the presence of all humanity. As one breath, one voice, one heartbeat, one energy, vibration, and consciousness of pure divine love, we invoke the most intensified frequencies of the fifth dimensional crystalline solar violet flame of God's infinite perfection that cosmic law will allow. We invoke the company of heaven and the legions of fifth dimensional violet fire archangels. Blessed ones, blaze, blaze, blaze the violet flame of God's infinite perfection with the power and the might of 1,000 suns, in, through, and around every thought, feeling, word, action, memory, belief that humanity has ever expressed in any time frame, any dimension, both known and unknown, that is reflecting anything less than heaven on earth. Transmute this energy, cause, core, effect, record, and memory back into its original perfection and seal it in an invincible force field of divine love, eternal peace, God's infinite abundance. We accept that this activity of light is being God victoriously accomplished, even as we call. We also accept and know that the powerful violet flame is increasing daily, hour, moment by moment, with every breath we take, until this sweet earth and all life have ascended into the higher realms of light and new earth, where divine love, oneness, and reverence for all life are a tangible reality. And so it is. Thank you for joining me today. So I was thinking about what it is for most of us if we say to ourselves, what is that feeling of coming home? Something familiar, no matter how long, if you remember, maybe if you were a young one when you left home and when you came back, that feeling, hopefully it was a good thing. It was a feeling of safety. It was a feeling where you could breathe, where you felt wanted, where you felt loved, where you felt the divine perfection in that space that you would always go back to. Not all of us have that as far as our physical home, but I'm talking about our spiritual home that resides within our internal sanctuary, which is what we've been building on week after week, bringing in the attributes. Hi, honey. Bringing in the attributes of the crystalline Christed energy, bringing in the breath, knowing that it is only one breath, just like it was saying in the prayer. Elevating the holy breath, holding it up, letting it rise. Recalibration is happening now to all of us, whether we know it or not. We're going into unity consciousness, whether we know it or not. So our goal is to free what we have imprisoned within ourselves, which is the God that is there, that has always been there. That is nothing we could ever do. We could hide it, mask it, color it differently than what it is. And it doesn't even, it doesn't even matter what is the pure perfection of the essence of the creator, the one creator that has created all, that frequency of divine love, divine will, divine perfection is there inside of us, waiting right now, especially for us to, if we need to be reminded of this so that we can see this is where we call to bring energy forth so that we can express our highest expression of that God within. And so one way we remember this is through the breath. It is a tool that does that for us. So our hearts are imploring us right now to connect with this one true source, rising up, leaving all constructs, letting them all just fall away and disappear, where we realize that we are that one sacred energy, melding within that eternal energy that comes from source. That beauty of that is coming home. Our breath can take us there very easily. Well, I hope that those of you that have been watching are remembering to set a timer on our phones where we stop and we bring our consciousness completely into, where is my breath? Am I breathing? I even had a client this week call me and say, all of a sudden I realized I was not breathing. I was holding my breath. And when I was breathing, I was doing that childhood, like, kind of thing. And I said, that's where we have to realize, whatever our mind is telling us, we're cutting ourselves off from our life force. Our life force, our energy, the perfection of that which we are. So together, remembering that it is all one breath. If that you're here, you're bringing your conscious attention to the breath, remember that we're all one. So we're doing it for everyone. And in this energy of giving and offering it to all, we are offering this to all of mankind, from my heart to your heart to all hearts, over and over again. This is how we make way to let go of the things that imprison us internally and see that these are all just thoughts and constructs that are illusions, that at any time I can say, stop, bring my attention to my breath, breathe deeply, resting and relaxing and allowing that energy, that life force to envelop you, surround you, embrace you, that divinity, that which we are. This is how it starts to grow from the inside out. It's so beautiful. So I want to remind you that today is about kindness, the attribute of kindness. And our intention through our breath is to create an internal house for the spirit of the Christed energy to reside within our heart, our mind, and our body. Our body is upgrading quite fast. And if we consciously choose to remind ourselves, which we are being reminded right now, remember the truth of who you are, not what you think you are, but in there, in that little spark of divine energy, that no matter what you've done in this life, all lives, you have never been able to distinguish, to, I can't remember the word, put out the flame. It just went. So in perfect alignment is what we're doing when we're bringing our consciousness into our breath. We're aligning with a universal law of one, the perfection of the law of structures, the spiritual process. In God, we are sovereign and free. We can say we're free all we want, but in God is where real freedom lies, not in the will of me, of the little me, the sandbox me. We're moving out of trying to work so hard and resting in truth. That is no work involved. We're finding the truth, knowing and remembering and allowing what rises up from within that breath. And we ask to direct ourselves into remembering to make this direct connection with the one living breath of God over and over. It's not too much to ask because it's paramount and it's gigantic and huge what it does. You can walk in a room and make a decision to bring my conscious awareness into my breath, because there might have been a feeling when I walked in that my energy hit up against and it didn't feel right. So if while I'm speaking or just sitting there, I'm bringing my attention to my breath, my God, your one breath. And pretty soon you'll start to notice the energy around and within that room will shift. You can create a shift at any time. Hi, sweetie. You can do this at any moment of your day. So right now, I want to remind you that we've already gone through and we have crossed over our own abyss within. Hopefully you see that was then. It is not now. It is not necessary. If there is work to be done, bring your conscious awareness to it. That is what breath work is all about. It is what freed me from the self-imposed imprisonments within myself that kept me locked in fear and anger and discordant energy of what is up with me. So the more we free ourselves and we allow this holy breath to take these things out of us and away from us, my alignment internally becomes more in alignment with the truth. Remember, what's the goal? God, sovereign, free. Service to the one true creator. That's all we have. That isn't much to ask. I think God's saying, I'm not asking much. If you can maybe remember me a few times a day, because you are breathing. And thank you if you're remembering this. I'm remembering this a lot. So for a quick moment, I want to talk about the energy of kindness. So what came to me about this attribute, about this particular embracing ourselves within this and bringing it into the breath with the kindness, bringing it into the sanctuary and building on this sanctuary within. So kindness is a quality as what we've always known as being considerate. And how we choose to show kindness does make a difference. Because, of course, that pesky ego is always in there, kind of saying, look at how kind I am. Or people will say, well, that was very kind. But we have to remember, is pure kindness comes from an automatic feeling and awareness of knowing that when I'm offering kindness, am I being nice or am I being kind? So there was an exercise that one of my teachers years ago gave to me. Every single day, I had to perform an act of kindness and not tell anybody, not even her. And it was really, really an up leveling of my energy, because I had to consider, like, throughout the day, there were millions of opportunities to show kindness. Not that, and those people that I did something for never knew, I never spoke it, and I never told her, but I wrote them in a journal. And I kept doing this. Years went by. And it was like I kept saying, boy, I have a lot of kindness to work on, don't I? And she kept saying, it's a practice, it's a tool. So showing kindness. And so to be shown through empathy, acceptance, and kind gestures of generosity and thoughtfulness, it's more than just being nice. Would you want people to describe you as being kind or being nice? Which one? There can be a lack of sincerity in just being nice. Covert, we're really good at covert. Often it's perceived as doing the minimal. Oh, isn't she nice? Look what she did. That's so nice. We've all heard these kind of statements, but think about that. Is that really being, it's almost like the icing, that kind of kindness performed as nicety, as my grandmother would say. Isn't that a nicety? And I'd say, but I don't know, is it really? Because I thought about recently, I was with somebody who was sharing some things that they had done. And I thought to myself, I wonder if the energy would have gone out differently if it had not had a motive behind it. Look what I'm doing for this person, this organization, this whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was that she was expressing. But I really love the feeling of what I got when I knew within myself that I was performing acts of kindness, not for any reason, except I knew that I needed to grow that within me internally. I knew it. It is kind of changes how you look at being kind and being nice. So this is the energy that we're going to breathe into our bodies now as we rest in this. So, has someone ever done something kind to you, for you? And have you considered that maybe paying forward what somebody gives to you is an act of kindness also? When someone says, how do I pay that forward? That was such a gift to me. So these are different ways of thinking about it. And also, here was a good one that came. It is a wave that keeps rolling when we're thinking about paying it forward. All I need is one person to start the wave. I am willing to change so that I am willing to be I'm sorry. I'm willing to be changed so that I can help change happen. So that line, we are the change we're waiting for. I change I distribute my energy differently. I'm doing what I'm called upon to do. So this week, we're setting our phones, remembering to breathe into kindness. And right now, I'd like you to just get settled in. We're going to breathe, resting, resting in the breath. We're requesting for the energy of kindness, beloved God. We request in our hearts to create this house for the Christed energy, to purify our minds, body, and heart for the spirit. We requested to dismantle the houses of ego, to evict the imposters and replace them with the crystalline house of kindness. I state my authority and intention to be of service to God and to build a strong relationship with my inner spiritual light. Focus on your breath, and just for a moment, allow your breath, allow yourself to feel your breath coming in through your nose and around you now. Feel the garment of white light flowing, wrapping you, just coming and embracing your entire body, surrounding your every part of you, this robe of light, this robe of kindness. Breathing, inhaling, deep breath, bringing it right into the heart chamber. I release all illusions. I let my life shine with the robe of kindness. I feel the freedom to be that which is truly who I am. Just let yourself breathe. Keep your eyes closed, embracing the spirit of kindness, this attribute, bringing in God's sovereign, free energy. Let yourself just float on that stream. Visualize this quality of kindness, calling in the garment flowing of light. No particular type of breath. We're breathing in God, direct from source light energy, expanding our own boundaries and pushing that energy out to the room we're in. That kindness, that energy of kindness. Now let it go out even further to the city that you're in, and to the state that you're in, and the country that you're in. This kindness, this crystalline diamond platinum. And now this energy starts encircling all of mankind. Every human, every breathing, living being on planet Earth. And we're offering this to all who will receive the one breath of God. We offer this blessing and this gift that we have today. Our hearts implore you, take it, breathe it, feel it, live it. It recalibrates us into a higher level of unity consciousness as it moves around the planet. Feel that in your heart. Feel that, how powerful that energy is. Feel that. God, sovereign, free. Breathing in, radiating out through the breath. Turning within, resting, resting. Being the energy of kindness, a new perspective on it. Maybe you'll pay it forward. Maybe you'll start a wave today. My name is Paula Rowe, and this is Global Unified Breathing. And I'd like for you to join. We're going to breathe all 7 attributes together. So if you're interested in getting this, once we reach the 7th attribute, we will be breathing for 1 hour together, all of them. So on the website, just sign into the members and say you want to be part of the 7 houses of the Christed energy. And once we get through all of them, we'll join and be the powerhouse that we are. And yes, appreciation. I truly feel kindness as I am a vessel of light through the breath. How beautiful. Thank you so much, sweetheart. So beautiful. I'll see you next week. Don't forget to set your timers on your phone. Conscious choice to remember the breath. Okay? Namaste. I love you all. Thank you for being here. It feels so good. Beautiful.